What's up, behavior nerds? Today I've got 5 of the best study tips that other test prep instructors aren't going to tell you. Stay tuned, let's hop right in. Our first study tip is to use the task list to inform of what you know. So a lot of people say that they know certain topics, but here's how I say that if you actually know a topic, you could do these 4 things. First of all, provide a definition. And then also, can you explain that definition in layman's terms? Can you provide an example of that concept? Now, provide an example that you haven't heard 90 trillion times. Lastly, provide a term that is similar to that concept and note how it's different. If you can do those 4 things, I think you know the concept, but if you can't, then go back and study it more harder. What if I told you that you could pass the BCBA exam with only an hour of studying a day or less? Okay, some people might need a little more than that, but hear me out. We can take this principle from precision teaching when we're talking about building fluency. Fluency is a combination of rate and accuracy. In precision teaching, what we want to do is first get accurate responding, then we can increase rate. So it's important to focus down concepts until you have very thorough understanding of that. Then we can speed up your understanding and questioning. The thing is, if we add a bunch of concepts all at once, then we get some scatterbrain studying. Nothing really sticks. Stick with a few concepts at a time, drill them into mastery, then put them on a maintenance schedule. If you find yourself studying too many things at once, your studying might not be as effective and might not stick as well. This one's probably going to be the most controversial here, but a study buddy can be a really helpful tool. They can either push you forward along, or a study buddy can hold you back. But if you know how to use your study buddy in the best ways possible, then both of you are likely to benefit from the relationship, and hopefully it'll push both of you forward. So, understand the dynamics of this study buddy relationship and try to master it. Teaching a concept is one of the best ways to get thorough understanding of a concept. So if you feel strong in a concept where your study buddy does not feel strong in, go ahead and try to teach that concept to them. This is going to benefit you by increasing your fluency and easy ways to think about concepts, and it's going to help your study buddy up and catch them up in that area. My recommendation is if both of the study partners are riding the struggle bus and not really having that productive of sessions, it's probably best to part ways. It's really easy to get stuck in the traps of like, oh, she's really nice, or we've been studying together for 6 months, but ultimately you have to pass the test on your own, so do what's best for you in this situation and get the study buddy that's going to work in a proper dynamic. When you're choosing a study buddy, make sure you guys jive really well, can stay focused together, and of course, have fun. Tip number 4 is my favorite mantra: simplify, simplify, simplify. So behavior is really complex, and so is behavior analysis. But what's really cool about it is that behavior analysis breaks down these really complex concepts into really simple units. And when we do this, we can make the most sense of them. So whenever you're analyzing a situation, here are some things that you might want to focus on. Whose behavior are we analyzing? What's the behavior? What's the consequence? What was their reaction to the consequence? What kind of MOs are in place? What kind of SDs are in the environment? What kind of verbal pairings exist? Prompts, and so much more. When we're looking at interventions, we want to look at if we had the supporting environments for the current interventions. We need to look at what are the effects. Do we have a functional replacement behavior? There's so many things that we can break apart, but usually a couple of these pieces of information are going to get you to your answer. The more you can break down this info, the more clearly it's going to be seen. So simplify everything, and you will have great success, I promise. The last study tip I have for you today is to dissect feedback on the practice questions. So when you're using a mock exam, you can use it to assess your skills, but often you can use it just to learn things too. When you break down why a particular error might have happened, you might notice that this is a knowledge gap. This is usually an easy thing to solve because you just need to learn the right definition. It might also be that you knew something incorrectly. This will take a little bit more practice to retrain. Sometimes you just get it because you get a question wrong because you didn't think about it properly or you missed a term. Now we might need to practice our question dissecting techniques instead of actually focusing on like, oh, I got this question wrong, so I don't know that concept. So if you understand the reason why you get something wrong, it's even better, less likely to make that same mistake in the future. If you like that video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to the channel. I also do live streams on YouTube, mostly on Thursday evening, so catch us live for there. We'll discuss any topic that you would like. Also, check out my socials for daily practice questions and my shop for tutoring and courses. Hope to see you at the next one. Laters!